Boys and girls watching, join us as we sing our fun ocean song. Class stand. A sailor went to sea, to see what he could see. All that he could see was deep, dark bottom of the sea. A sailor went to knee, to see what he could knee. All that he could knee was deep, dark bottom of the knee. A sailor went to toe, to see what he could toe. All that he could toe was deep, dark bottom of the toe. A sailor went to ooh-wash to see what he could ooh-wash. All that he could ooh-wash was the deep, dark bottom of the ooh-wash. Are you ready? A sailor went to sea, to see what he could knee. And all that he could toe was deep, dark bottom of the ooh-wash. All right, sit down. Now that we've made our way all the way to the bottom of the ocean, sit up straight and tall, and let's look at my picture again today. Let's look. Now, look at this great big fish. Is that a fish? No! It's a whale. It is a mammal. What is a whale? Mammal. A mammal, that's right. This whale is called the humpback whale. Can you say that? The humpback whale. It's also called the singing whale because you can hear, if you're underwater, you could hear it because it likes to make these fun, like almost like singing, groaning noises. But he's not groaning. He's not grumpy. It just makes these noises. I'm not even going to try to make it. It just kind of sounds like noises like that. I can't even do it the way that God made him make it, but it sounds pretty. It's neat to listen to a whale sound. They make whale noises, and the noises are like these groaning sounds, but they're not really groaning because he's not grumpy. But he's also called the singing whale. Now, the humpback whale has some things like a fish has. What are these called? Fins. He has some fins that he can swim around. He uses those fins to swim around in. Now, he's got some other things right there. Let me show you some other things. Now, there's all kinds of different whales that God has made. God made a whale that's called the killer whale. He's just a big black whale with white and black on him. And he's called the killer whale. There's also another whale. There's different kinds of whales that you might see. But most of the time you see them, they look like this. This is a big humpback whale. Now, you see his eyes? He's got itty bitty little eyes right there. He does. He has itty bitty little eyes. But there's lots of more things that are in the water. But I want to tell you some more about this whale. He's got something on him that helps to keep him warm in that very, very cold water. They like to live where the water is really, really cold. It's called, are you ready? Blubber. Blubber. Say blubber. Blubber, yes, the blubber helps keep him warm. It does. It's like all this fat that's inside of him, and it keeps him warm, but it's called blubber. Say that with me. Blubber. Blubber. Good job, blubber. Now, do you see these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful other sea creatures? Do you know what those are? Dolphins! They are. I have seen dolphins when I've gone to the beach. Oh, I have seen them. Sometimes you could go on a boat with other people and they will take you way out in the ocean, and they're called dolphin tours that you can go on and you can see the dolphins. And they take you out where the dolphins are and you can see the dolphins. They'll come up and you'll get to see them, and they just kind of look like they're performing for you. They just come up and they jump up and they go down. And then they come right back up and they jump up and come back down again. Oh, they're so pretty. And look, sometimes if you're not careful, you might think it's a shark because they have something called a fin. See that right there? It's a fin. And sharks have one of those too. But you have to be careful. But the dolphin has a fin as well. And then he has his, what are these called? They're called flippers. Say flippers, because they do. They just flip like this, and they help them to be able to flip out of the water and back into the water again. So they're like little flippers. So they call them flippers. They don't call them fins, and they don't call them arms or hands or anything, because they're just part of his body, and they flip around and they help him to swim. Maybe sometimes you might get things that help you to swim, and mommy might call them flippers too. Get your flippers on, and that's just a fun name for them, because that's what dolphins have. They have flippers on them. Now, I forgot to tell you about something else. Do you see this whale way up here? This whale way up here. Do you see this right here? It is spitting up. It's like a big, almost like a fountain, like a big geyser of water that's coming up. But it's not coming from the ocean. It's coming from the whale. Do you see the whale? That's how he breathes. That's how he breathes. He has something on the top of his head called a blowhole. Say that with me. A blowhole. And that blowhole, it's how he breathes. So because he's swimming around in the water all the time, and he likes to keep his mouth open, and he eats all that fish that comes in, then the water comes in, but so that he can breathe, he breathes through that blowhole, and water will come out. And so sometimes you might see something swimming dark in the water, and then all of a sudden you'll see this thing that looks like a fountain that spits up. And it's not a fountain. It will be a whale, because he will use that blowhole right there, and dolphins have them too. It's so neat to watch, to see them breathe from that right there at the top of their little blowhole. Now, they have blowholes, they have flippers. Let's see. They're beautiful. Have you ever seen a dolphin? No. Yes, you have? Oh. Now, would you find a dolphin at the pond? No, you would not see a dolphin at the pond. Where do they live? In the ocean. In the ocean. That's where they live. They live in the ocean. They don't live in a pond where you might find. Now, there are fish in the sea as well. You see there's all kinds of fish down here. But they're not going to be in the yucky old pond. They're going to be, God made different things to live in the pond and different things to live in the ocean. And so these dolphins will be in the ocean. So if you go down to the beach, you will find those beautiful, beautiful dolphins. And sometimes they're so fun to watch, because sometimes they'll just circle around your boat. They will. They'll just circle around and circle around, and they like to play. Dolphins are not scared of people, usually. If you are really kind to them, they will play with you. If you see a dolphin at the beach and it comes up close to you, if you're really quiet and you're really careful, then you might be even able to touch one, because they like people. They do. They're not scared of people. If you're careful of them, you might be able to touch one, and then you'll be able to see that blowhole on top of their head, because they love to be around people. They do. But you have to be careful. You got to be kind to them. You can't mistreat them. God made those beautiful sea creatures in the ocean. Now, these big whales, would you want to get near them? No, they're so big. They're so big, but they're so beautiful to look at. Oh, they are. There's so many different kinds out there, and they're beautiful to look at, and they are fun to see. But you definitely want to stay away from this sea creature. What's that kind? Shark. A shark, yes. And you got to be careful when you see the shark, because, like I said, he's got a fin right on top of his head, just like that dolphin does. But you can tell when that, because the dolphins like to play. They're almost like little performers. They like, almost like if you go to the circus and you see those little performers that like to put on a show, the dolphins do too. And there's another creature that's like a dolphin, and it's called a porpoise. Say that with me. Porpoise. A porpoise. A porpoise is a fun little animal, or sea creature, just like the dolphins. They're like in the same family. They are. They're like cousins, and they swim around in the ocean, and they like to eat fish. They do. They love to eat little fish, and they are yummy. And sometimes if you get to go to a place that has these kind of these sea creatures, you could even feed them. And it's fun to like go like this, and they'll sit there and they'll have their little mouths open like this, and you could just drop a fish right in their mouth and they'll eat it. And then sometimes it almost sounds like they're saying thank you, but they're not really talking to you. But they like to make little noises, and it almost sounds like they're saying thank you. It's so yummy. But they don't really talk, do they? No, because God didn't make animals to talk. Now, we do know that the parrot likes to mimic what we say, but God gave each animal their own sound. A bird doesn't sound like a whale. A whale's not going to sound like a tiger. But every creature that God made special, just like he made you, boys and girls.